I just gotta say that, yeah, and all the other herbs, and not that you own, but what's the time? Okay, so I just like to say that I just like to mention that this few women might be super great, great looking, really astonishing pictures. So I want a relationship. I want a lover, a partner, and I don't like to be teased. And so yeah, I do think even though that those women need to be in more control of their lives, and if they totally are, they should re-examine their lifestyle, their life, maybe not knowing that they're affecting themselves. I don't think Jesus. A second thing is, I don't think Jesus went on a cross for. I don't think he went on the cross for people's greed, like Venezuela or Norway or Switzerland countries, because it's expensive to live there, or Tokyo or Sudan or Norway or York, Manhattan, 10. And I don't think that Jesus should that if Christ had the power to not forgive James Simonswitz or Paul Stanley Harvey because they're crooks, swindlers, and scoundrels, and Eric Singer, Kinsinger, Minsinger, Spinsinger fucks up Beth. When he does Beth, it sucks, and whatever additional equipment they're using sucks. Whatever brand they're using sucks. Peter Criss, rock came from rhythm and blues to 12-bar blues and also jazz. And the jazz that I'm playing is not rock, but there is jazz rock. And if there's an album called Hard Rock Knockers, this is the third thing I'm talking about. Then then Peter Crisola is for sure evolved into a hard rock drummer, and there is jazz rock with drums, and rock came from jazz rock, and it has drums and it has rock instruments, but it's for jazz. And so yeah, Peter Criss does, and hopefully some Australians find God and the true meaning of Christ. And that some people maybe were confusing some people of saying Jesus God, like as if he was God the Father, which came before Jesus. Though, and Jesus, that, I never claimed Jesus to be God. and that the Christians always whole thing says is the son of God. And well, yeah, and also for some reason I think he used to say that even though there's Christians in Australia, they probably had a pretty high amount of percentage of atheists. Well, I hope they don't be atheists no more in Australia. Yeah, Peter Criss is way better. And after this Hard Rock Knockers album, I don't want to hear any more from Peter Criss bashers that Eric Singer is better than Peter Criss, because I think Singer is bad at the vocalizing, and Eric Singer sucks, and that he's a sloppy drummer. I don't care how many albums you've been on, what bands you've been with, or how long you've known Kiss, or how long you've been in the band. You're not better than Peter Criss, and he was in the band a long time. And even if people are saying, "What's these things about Spaceman and the Space Station?" That I meant things about Spaceman 2 or Catman 2 and 2, and they're a bit different, maybe, but sort of not actually. But that Peter Criss and Ace Frehley were still in the band in 1996. That was a reunion, or 96, 97, 98, 97, 98, 99, 98, 99, 98, 99, 2000, 2001. Ace and Peter Criss were in that band, and Peter Criss came back in 2003. So somebody says, why are you making Eric Singer and Tommy Thayer seem like it was like 1996? With my contribution to flagging some Kiss posts. Oh yeah, I don't like the band currently. I haven't liked them for years. They had a farewell tour and they did it the wrong way when they came back. And some of their products were like blah, blah. It's like some of the products. It's like so. With my contribution, hopefully they'll take off the face paint and costumes and platform boots for one last album, or they'll get their own characters, because I'm fed up with Kiss. And if you count a Live 35 tour, and their so-called farewell tour, and Rock the Nation DVD, and the 2 albums with the Scabs. I mean, the requirement was at least 1 song per member for those 2 guys, and they helped the foundation, and Ace did the logo and the name and everything. And when Gene said he did nothing, Ace Frehley and Peter Criss and Vincent should win a suit, and Peter Criss and Ace Frehley should sue Stanley Simmons and win a suit. And it used to be Keep a Simple Student, or now there's Sex Studs, or it was now there's like something students, cite your students, or smart, or but this nice thing and service thing. That is fucking stupid, man. And Gene, the song, it's like that was a mistake. And then Gene or somebody tells me that he had been a bullfrog. It would have been better than a demon. You were messing with something. Hey, man. So they had an originals calendar of the True Spaceman and Catman, Space Ace, and the calendar, and then they have a Scabs calendar. But if they tour with Spaceman 2 and Catman 2, they're just going to have another low-selling album. Only in Billboard magazine did it go second on the charts, but low sales. So that doesn't matter. That's just a magazine's opinion. And I'm not sure if they were paid off or what. And I did say Nirvana was not rock and roll. It was more they were grunge and thrash. And I'm not sure if there were some spike votes, so people could vote more than one time, or because they really beat Nirvana. Kiss for the originals. Stanley Simmons. I'll tell you something right now, because I finished what I'm gonna say. Stanley and some of him. I say. Stanley Simmons are the worst. Simmons and Stanley are the worst members of that band. Are the worst members of KISS. In 2008, actually 1985, supposedly. How did Ace get money for Lick It Up and Animals? Boys, he wasn't on that album. This is a bit of wrestling right here, man. Oh man, I've been eating some hemp lotion. I'm gonna watch later. Favorites. What are you doing? You're my friend. Johnson, Tony Norris joined the Nation. Dominic Nation. Norris Johnson. I forgot what state he's from. I think he. Pearl River. If I was listening, if they were playing wrestling music, if they were playing wrestling themes, if I was wrestling in a match and I was listening to Ahmed Johnson, Norris Johnson, or Ultimate Warrior, or Bret Hart, I'd for sure win the match. Yeah, man, there's countries that are really greedy, are Venezuela, Norway, and Switzerland, countries in Tokyo and Sudan and Manhattan. Are fucking greedy places, man. Jesus did not die for you to be greedy. especially Simmons and Stanley, that have been the greediest. You continue with the Spaceman 2 and Catman 2, Man 2 BS. I'm gonna fuck this band totally. I know. 20 Johnson, Norris Johnson. He is Big T in WCW. He beat Booker T because someone came into the apron and Booker T was like, "What's this?" And then he turned Booker T around and gave him the pro replacement. It's like flipping like this. Just nice. Third album, their last album. And if people said they didn't want Gina Paul to be replaced, so if they do that, I predict that all the people all unlike that page. Yeah, the thing about the history of the Kiss makeup, like, supposedly, like, well, there was the bandit and there's, like, or a priest or shit, or pre-dean or something like that. But it's like just a circle. Well, I meant like no colors or oh yeah, okay. Animal Bill of Rights. The fifth Bill of Rights. Usually 7 things. There's the first Bill of Rights, Constitution. I think it's the Bill of Rights, or I mean, I know the Constitution, or the Bill of Rights. I know the Bill of Rights. 10 things. Obama's Bill of Rights, Internet Bill of Rights, privacy. The fourth Bill of Rights, the third Bill of Rights by Kennedy, or was it by who was it by? Actually, Wilson helped FDR with the Bill of Rights. I mean, with the Bill of Rights, second Bill of Rights. The third Bill of Rights was by Kennedy, or by, and the fourth Bill of Rights was by Obama, and the fifth Bill of Rights by somebody. Maybe another similar to the Animal Bill of Rights, Creatures Bill of Rights, or Things on Earth Bill of Rights, individual, or I mean, well, yeah, and then quote the Animal Bill of Rights, and then also I signed the Mercy for Animals. For animals was something very serious about. I was also accused one time a few years ago, and that was wrong. So if you hear what I'm talking about now, you know, it's now you should be thinking shame on you. These videos are facts. The first Bill of Rights by Jefferson, Madison, and Monroe, and Adams, and Washington. And the second Bill of Rights, Wilson and FDR, and maybe a couple other people, and then FDR, New Deal, and then Kennedy, and then Obama and our Bill of Rights, privacy, and then Animal Bill of Rights. I forgot who's this by, but I signed it. I was very serious about it. Um, yeah, yeah, I told to the Illuminati AM, I said, I'm tired of the fake sports, I'm tired of porn, the women only. This one woman that looks, she basically, I think, embarrassed herself. She should be embarrassed. And, and, and I'm tired of WWE modernly, currently, presently, past some years, except 2010, I like that, and probably a few times in 2011, one or a couple times in 2012, that I really, really liked, and probably, I think recently, Bret Hart again, but 2010, the 4-month comeback, and 2010, though, years before that, I couldn't stand the WWE. I like the WWF, WWFE. They could say World Wrestling Federation. They could use a classic WWF logo. You cannot slam on. And Elvis fans would say, was there something about Elvis? I don't think so. Like one thing, supposedly. But his fans would defend him.